In today's fight news, we start off with the UFC Fight Night card set for Dubai on August 3rd. In the main event, Corey Sandhagen versus Umar Nurmagomedov. In the co-main event, the return of Nick Diaz versus Vicente Luque for 5 rounds. Further down, we have Davison Figueiredo taking on Chito Vera. Mackenzie Dern taking on Lupe Godinez. And Tony Ferguson moving up to the welterweight division to take on Michael Chiesa. According to Ariel Helwani, Nick Diaz had requested fights with the following fighters before finally getting set with Vicente Luque: George St. Pierre, Colby Covington, Michael Venom Page, and Kevin Holland. Ariel Helwani also mentioned that Nick Diaz still has 5 fights left on his UFC contract. It looks like Kevin Holland thought he was going to get a crack at Nick Diaz for his return. He said the following: "I knew he was coming back to fight. I just thought I was going to smoke him. Then I was going to smoke Luque too. Those two are fighting each other, so they can smoke each other. 2 big-ass joints." Ahead of this weekend's UFC 302 main event between lightweight champion Islam Makhachev and former interim champion Dustin Poirier, the champion Makhachev says that he is the best fighter in the world and says Poirier doesn't even think he can actually beat him, neither does his coach. Makhachev thinks that if Charles Oliveira moves up to the welterweight division to take on Colby Covington, that he will submit Covington. He also offers Oliveira to come to Dagestan to train with him so that he can sharpen his wrestling skills. Jeff Nowitzki, the Senior Vice President of Athlete Health and Performance for the UFC, awarded Makhachev a jacket for 50 clean UFC drug tests. Nowitzki states that Makhachev's 2016 drug failure was the biggest mistake in the USADA area and does not count as a legitimate failure. Conor McGregor recently went in on Makhachev, and the rumors circulating that he has staph infection that he's hiding. McGregor made a series of posts on his X account calling out the champion. During the recent UFC 302 presser, Dustin Poirier responded to recent claims made by Islam Makhachev, who says Poirier does not think he can actually win the fight. Poirier said, quote unquote, "You're lying to yourself, and if I touch his chin, he's going out." Poirier recently said that if he doesn't win this weekend, it could be his last fight in the octagon. He said that his crowning achievement to his career would be winning the title. Poirier's longtime head coach, Mike Brown, says if the fighter can pull off his infamous guillotine against Islam Makhachev, that quote-unquote, maybe the earth is going to blow up. The internet will blow up, that's for damn sure. During the recent 302 presser, former middleweight champion Sean Strickland says he blames nerds behind their computers for him not getting the Dricus du Plessis rematch. This is what he had to say: "It's all analytics. They think they'll make more money with somebody else. I don't get it." The former champion Strickland also sounded off on the new UFC gloves, stating, "Can we talk to the person who designed these gloves? Have you ever been in an effing fight in your life?" At the UFC presser, Paulo Costa burst into laughter when he was told that Khamzat Chimaev was ranked number 13 on an AI-generated list of the most handsome UFC fighters. Costa was actually ranked number 2 on the list, only behind Conor McGregor. While speaking to the MMA Hour, MVP Michael Venom Page says that his upcoming opponent at UFC 302, Ian Machado Gary, is quote-unquote BBL Gary. This is in reference to him comparing himself to Conor McGregor, in which he stated, "If Conor McGregor was a natural, pretty woman, he's like the BBL version. That's just a bad BBL version." Ariel Helwani asked the fighter to clarify what exactly a BBL is, in which Page said, "It's a pretty popular term. Go look it up yourself." Paddy Pimblett had this to say about his upcoming matchup against Bobby Green. He's got good hands, but his chin's gone after what happened with Jalen Turner. I can see me knocking him out. I can see me submitting him. Alexander Romanov will be the first fighter to wear the new UFC gloves this Saturday at UFC 302. Just announced, Alonzo Menifield will fight Azamat Mirzakhanov at UFC Dubai on August 3rd. And on the UFC 305 card on August 17th, Casey O'Neill takes on Teresa Bleda. Andre Muniz has officially pulled out of his June 15th matchup with Ikram Aliskerov. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy this content, like and subscribe.